Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the Strat-O-Matic Network. Jeffrey Guterman here. And we are in extra innings in our game here between the Washington Senators and the Cleveland Tribe. Just getting set up here. Give you a chance to take a look at the score sheet as it's been. It's 4-4. We're heading to the top of the 10th, and there's a new pitcher for the Cleveland Tribe, and his name is Phil Hennigan. My coffee is brewing, my first coffee of the day, and I'm gonna enjoy a cup and sit around for a little bit before we start. This game will probably end in the 10th, so who knows, okay? What I would like to do, though, is savor this a little bit. And Kathy Harden has arrived. Thank you, Kathy. Great to see you. And the coffee is in my cup. Let me just briefly review the game thus far. It's been a very, very close and very, very good game. It is a relatively meaningless game at the end of the season, September 21 in our 1969 replay. And it is just a two-game series. Washington Senators at the Cleveland Tribe. Washington 76-76, having their best season ever. They are this expansion Senators club. And Cleveland is in last. 56-96, pretty much destined to lose 100 games or more. With 10 games left. They'd have to win 7 out of their last 10, which is highly doubtful. It was Coleman for Washington and Stan Williams for Cleveland, and they both went 7 innings, and it was tied at 4 when eventually pinch hitters took them out. It's been a back and forth ball game. Cleveland got ahead 1-0, then Washington tied it. Cleveland went ahead 3-1, then Washington tied it at 3. Cleveland went ahead 4-3. Washington then tied it, and it's been good relief pitching ever since. Knowles for Washington has pitched 2 scoreless, and Ellsworth pitched 2 scoreless for the Cleveland club. And Phil Hennigan, who's been called up, he's a rookie. A right-hander is coming in, and he will face the Washington Senators. In the top of the 10th, again in this tie ball game. I'm gonna step outside for about 2 minutes. Get a little fresh air, and when I come back, we will resume this ball game in the top of the 10th. Stand by, please. We are ready to move to the top of the 10th, and Phil Hennigan is the pitcher. I should say the late Phil Hennigan. So many have died. From this 69 replay. And it'll be Steady Eddie Brinkman to lead it off. Top of the 10th, and Steady Eddie steps into the batter's box. Right-handed hitter. Hennigan is a right-hander. Okay, the youngster Hennigan is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Brinkman. That's 3-3. He grounds it to third. And Klimchak has it. That's one away. Hennigan retires Brinkman on a 3-3 right-handed. And here's Jim French. Okay, Hennigan is ready. French left-handed hitter. And the pitch to French. That's 5-9 against the left-hander. And he struck him out. Hennigan gets French on strikes. It was a 5-9 left-handed. And Darryl Knowles, who has pitched 2 innings already, his endurance is 3. It's such a some of these calls have been so tough for me because I don't know why. Okay, I don't know if I want to hit for Knowles, but it makes sense even with 2 outs. I mean, it just, you know, and they have like nobody really to hit. We have Ed Stroud. We'll have Ed Stroud hit. We'll go through the motions here. And we'll take a look to see who's available. It's a pitch next inning for Knowles. Of course, if Stroud hits a home run, it's a great decision. So Ed Stroud steps into the batter's box. Yesterday was such a hard day. But I have a lunch, if you will, scheduled for today with my children. I should just be happy that I have children who want to be with me. And nothing terrible is going to happen right now. So here's Ed Stroud, left-handed hitter facing Hennigan. So here's Hennigan on the mound. Again, Stroud, left-handed hitter. This Hennigan is pretty good. Here's the windup and the pitch from Phil Hennigan to Stroud. That's a 6-5, and he struck him out. So he ends up striking 2 out in a 1-2-3 inning. And quite an impressive inning there from Phil Hennigan. 1-2-3 inning. We're heading to the bottom of the 10th. I got through it, and that's the biggest step. Correct, Kathy. I just tell you, life is hard. I was watching a documentary on YouTube early this morning about the pioneers who went out west and covered in what do you call them? Coaches covered. I don't know what the word is. Coaches, and they had cattle. Not horses, cattle, moving them. And they allowed the rainwater to drop on the top of for drinking water, to drop on the top of the coach. I guess, is it called a coach? Whatever it was called. And boy, that was a tough life. Covered wagons, there we go. Thank you, Kathy. My freaking memory. Well, I'm gonna have to go figure out who's gonna pitch here. I could go with Dukes. Dukes pitched in real world, but I just want to take a look at him. Covered wagons. God. This would be for Washington. Here's Jan Dukes. He looks good. He's a left-hander. he is the most logical choice. He's still alive. Played very little. 2 years. And Jan Dukes it is. Oh. So now we have two left-handers. And he'll face the Cleveland Tribe, top of actually Baker, Sims, and Harrelson in the bottom of the 10th with the score tied 4-4, Jan Dukes. Boy, I'll tell you, a left-hander's going to have a tough time, and Frank Baker is a left-hander. Whoa. How many substitutions am I going to make here? My God. Jan Dukes coming out. He has a -1 hold. There'll be a -2 with French. So Dukes taking his warm-ups. Boy, is he tough against left-handers, I'll tell you. And if Cleveland wants to try to win this, they may want to see if they could find a right-handed batter. Who would be worth using. I don't think I can find one, my God, except Scheinblum, who hit 198. I'm gonna take another look here in the, see who they have. Otherwise, we'll just let Baker hit. Oh yeah, Nagelson. He's a left-handed. My God, and he can't hit on his own card. Oh. Sometimes you have to make some tough decisions, folks. And these have not been easy decisions to make. So the decision we're going to make here is we will go with Frank Baker, the left-handed hitter. Duke Sims is also a left-handed hitter, but he's a bit better. I mean, they're both can get hits. Baker did face left-handers 25% of the time, which is a good amount. Sims 17% of the time. So Baker will come up. Covered wagons. Oh. coach. Covered wagons. Okay, here's Jan Dukes facing Frank Baker. Again, Dukes a left-hander, his endurance is 2. Baker at the plate, bottom of the 10th, 4-4 game. Here's Dukes now. The wind-up and the pitch to Baker. That's 1-9 left-handed, and he struck him out. And here's Duke Sims. Now he's a very powerful hitter. 18 and 326. But he's a left-handed hitter. We're going to let him hit. 1-9. 1-11. The game is over. And Dukes knows it. Dukes knows that damn well. He's going to try to hit the right spot. Here's the windup by Dukes. It's Dukes facing Duke. Here's Jan Dukes and the pitch. Uh-oh, it is a 1-9. Oh my God. But it's a 16. Holy cow. Oh my. It was a 1-9 against the left-hander, and that's going to be a long fly ball to right field, and Brantalia will make the catch. I'm not even sure who you want, Kathy, but that's a long out. Wow. I said 1-9, 1-11, the game is over, but it was a 16. And boy, a sigh of relief from Jan Dukes to get Duke Sims. Now he has Ken Hawk Harrelson to deal with here. Bottom of the 10th, 4-4 game. Boy, is that a fluke, huh? Okay, here's Dukes now. Two, the game is over. And there are ballpark blasts. 2-4, 1-17, the game is over. Let's see what happens here. He wants to stay away from that 2 column. Here's Dukes. And the pitch to Harrelson. That is a 6-10 right-handed. Give me a grounder to short X. On a 6-10 right-handed. That'll be Steady Eddie, 221. Let's see how steady he is. .221, 14-2. He gets it on a G1. 5-10-12. E21. And he throws him out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Jan Dukes. So the relief pitching has really been something here. 4 straight scoreless innings. We're going to go to the 11th. Lord. And Phil Hennigan. will come out to pitch his second inning. And he will face the top of the order, Unser, May, and Howard. Lord. Oh, that is good coffee, though. Here's Del Unser to lead it off. He's had a busy game. 3 for 4. 2 singles, a double, walked and scored, and 2 runs batted in. Del Unser, left-handed. This is Unser now. Hennigan, the windup and the pitch to Unser to start off the top of the 11th. 5-6, left-handed. Oh, he struck him out. And Hennigan that's his 3rd strikeout in relief. Wow. And Brantalia is the batter. Lord. It was a 5-6, left-handed. Aaliyah came in to pinch hit for May due to the left-handed Ellsworth, I believe. I believe Ellsworth is a left-hander. Yep. And has stayed in the game to play right field. He's facing Hennigan now. It's 1 out, nobody on. Here's Hennigan. That's 6-6 against the right-hander. Aaliyah grounds it to third. And that's scooped up by Klimchak, who throws it over to Tony Horton. And that's 2 away. And Hennigan has retired the first 5 Senators in relief. Okay, hold your beer. Strap in. Here comes Frank Howard. Big man Frank Howard now. He's 1 for 5. He did single in a run in the 3rd. Okay, Hennigan now, the youngster. The windup and the pitch to big man Howard. Oh, Christ, that's a 2-5. Oh, and he struck him out. Oh, my. He has retired the first 6 he's faced, and he has struck out 4. Howard goes down. Another 1-2-3 inning for Hennigan. My Lord. And we're heading to the bottom of the 11th. Wow, he struck him out. It was a 2-5, folks. 2-5 right-handed. And there it is for you. And Lord, Whew. We're going to head to the bottom of the 11th in due course. I'm going to take, everybody, so many people, this has been like a lost decade for me. Ever since I stopped working in 2013, it's been like a lost decade. And I look at people and everybody has aged, I mean, I'm looking at Ben Carson right now being interviewed, and I can see it. Oh, it's just what's happened to the world. What's happened to the world, folks? The 20s are going to go down as I don't know what word to describe it, Kathy. And by the way, it will be Jan Dukes coming in to pitch to Cleveland in the bottom of the 11th, but maybe covered wagon, because I can't think of a word, okay? I cannot think of a word to describe this decade. With Trump, with the pandemic, with inflation. I don't know if I'm missing anything major. Oh, but I gotta try to be strong. Oh, I gotta try to be strong here. Oh. And Jan Dukes, he retired the side in order. And I got to tell you, this is quite a ball game. But, like I said, I'm going to savor this because I have a brunch. I don't have time to do another game after this. Sometimes you would finish off a extra inning game. This is the third broadcast for this game already. And then do another game. But I really don't feel like I have the time or gumption. Donner Party. Oh, you're for the Senators? Okay. Yeah, I figured it would be Donner Party. I don't believe I've, what you would do to survive. Here it is, Donner Party. Oh my Lord. No, I never heard of that, Kathy. The Donner Reed Party, Donner Party, a group of American pioneers who migrated to California in a wagon train from the Midwest. Delayed by a multitude of mishaps, they spent the winter snowbound in the Sierra Nevada. I heard about that in the documentary I watched about how you have to be careful of that. You got to get there, past there before. And now I'm seeing what they're calling rumors of cannibalism, is what they call it. Some survivors disputed the accounts. But a man who corresponded with many of the survivors over a 40-year period documented many recollections that indeed it did occur. Some were initially not forthcoming due to shame, and others eventually spoke about it freely. And Kathy, I think I would just rather die. I understand the will to live. But can you believe that I have not seen the documentary? I'll have to
look for that. Unbelievable. I think I would rather die. You know, there was the case of the, I think they were a soccer team uh, that crashed, and there were some survivors, and they ate the dead. That was well documented, and I just think I would rather die. Just let me lie there and die. See what this frickin'. I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Ah.
Well, I'm back, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman, Strat-O-Matic Network. And we've got quite a ball game going here. We're heading to the bottom of the 11th. It's 4-4. And we have two youngsters who are called up, Jan Dukes for Washington and Phil Hennigan for Cleveland. And both have retired all batters they have faced. It's going to be Jan Dukes. Hennigan has retired 6 in order with 4 strikeouts. And Dukes retired the side 1, 2, 3 and struck out Baker. It's going to be the always dangerous Tony Horton, who has power, as you could see. Here's Jan Dukes. Taking the mound for the Senators. Very tense here in Cleveland. Kind of how I feel. Dukes, left-handed pitcher, facing Horton. A 3-4, 1-19. The game is over. 3-5 is a ballpark blast, even though that's hard to do in Cleveland. And 3-11 is a ballpark blast. Okay, here's Dukes now. The wind-up. And the pitch to Horton. Whoa, it's 2-4 against Dukes, the left-hander, I believe. Yes. Uh-oh, it's a ballpark slash. But that's on a 19. Oh, my. It was a 2-4 against the left-hander, ballpark slash Cleveland. And that's going to be a liner. Too short. Caught by steady Eddie Brinkman. And there's one away. So it's so intense. Here's Lou Klimchak now. He hit it well, Horton, but right at steady Eddie, who held steady. Okay, Klimchak is a left-handed hitter, but he'll hit. They just don't have people, and he's not so bad against left-handers unless he lands on Duke's card. Klimchak is 0 for 4 today. Here's Dukes. The wind-up and the pitch to Klimchak.
That is a 1-5, and he walked him. Whoa, he walked Klimchak. Look at that, off his card against left-handers. It's funny, against a right-hander, it would have been a flyout. It's a 1-5 walk thrown by Dukes, and that's the first base runner that Dukes has allowed. First base runner that either of these youngsters, Dukes or Hennigan, have allowed. Klimchak is on, not being held. And here he is again, Eddie Leon. You know, I have not. we talk about Eddie Leon, my Lord. Have not even. Eddie Leon is still alive. He played 8 years. Actually, eventually went to the Yankees in '75. Eddie Leon is a right-handed hitter facing Jan Dukes. There's Eddie Leon on the right. Eddie is a B bunter. Larry Brown, who came in to hit for Nelson, is due up next. They're going to scrap for everything they can. We're going to have Eddie try to lay it down, Kathy Harden. Eddie Leon, who is still with us. So is Jan Dukes, I believe. Oh, that's good coffee. We're going to have him lay it down. He's a B bunter. See what Eddie can do. Eddie is 2 for 4 today. The infield stays back, he'll be a B. And here we go. Dukes. 1 out with Klimchak on first after the walk. Here's the pitch to Leon. Oh, that looks like it's a beauty, a 6B. Uh-oh. That's hit right back to Dukes. Defense. The batter drops down a bunt. The defense has the option of throwing the batter out at first for a sacrifice or trying to throw out the lead runner, Klimchak. This is a risky call. Klimchak is a 1-10. Look at that. The way you compute it is 1-10 minus 4, 1-6, and the fielder's rating 1-6. His rating is a 3, 1-9. They will let Klimchak go. They will. I mean, Klimchak. The defense will. Well, you know, they're going to go for it. They're gonna go for it because it's the defense's choice, and 1 run. Either way, you're going to have a guy on second base. So they're going to go for it. So let's look at it again. I want to make sure I have this right. Klimchak a 1-10. Throw the lead runner out. 1-10, 1-6, and then a 3 rating, 1-9. 1-10, 1-6, 1-9. -4, 1 to 6. And then his fielding rating, 1 to 9. It's the 20 die. 1 to 9, they're trying to get Klimchak. And Klimchak is out. Is that it? 1 to 9, he would be safe. I think I got that right. Compute the lead runner as running rating, max safe range. It was a 1 to 9. He is thrown out by Dukes at second. So we're going to call it a force, and that's all that is. And Eddie Leon is now safe at first. I hope you all followed that. That was pretty intense. They went for second. Defense had the option. It was not an offensive call. The runner was going anyway. Defense has the option. And they did throw him out. So it's 2 outs now with Eddie Leon on first. Not being held. And here's Larry Brown now in his second at bat. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's not been an easy game to play. Two outs now, Eddie Leon on first, not being held. Larry Brown, the batter. Against Jan Dukes, the young left-hander. Okay, Dukes trying to get out of this here. Send it to the 12th. Here's the pitch from Dukes. That's a 2-5 against the left-hander. Oh, and he walked him. Oh my. He walked him against the left-hander. 2-5, walked him. My Lord, first and second now with 2 away, and there's going to be a pinch hitter to face Nagelson, to face Dukes. Oh, God. Oh, God help me. God help me, Nagelson. Nagelson is a left-handed hitter. And as you can see, he's pretty darn good against right-handers, but You compare him with, look at this, look at this. This is his card against left-handers. Nothing. And Duke's against left-handers, nothing. So he has like no chance. So he is absolutely ruled out here. And the only choice here against Dukes, the left-hander, really the only choice we have, because we've gone through a lot of hitters here. It will be Vern Fuller, the right-handed hitter, Vern Fuller. We're not using Suarez because he's just not anywhere. He had 86 at-bats and he's not anywhere in games recently. So Vern Fuller will hit for Hennigan. He's got some power. Hennigan pitched 2 perfect innings. And here comes Vern Fuller to face the left-hander Jan Dukes. Vern Fuller, one of the few, a 236 hitter. Boy, that's not bad compared to what else we have around here. Duke's in a bind here, first and second. The winning run is Eddie Leon, of all people. He's on second in scoring position. This is a clutch situation. Dukes looks in. Here's the pitch to Fuller. That's 5-6 right-handed. Oh, he walked him. He's loaded the bases. Oh, my. And he has reached fatigue. Oh, my, oh, my. You talk about craziness. That's going to be it for Dukes. As good as he is, he's reached fatigue. He pitched 2 2/3 here. Allowed 1 hit. He's walked 3 this inning. And he stands to be the loser if Jose Cardinal is able to reach base one way or another. Let's see who's coming in. Let's see who the hell for the Senators would be coming in against Jose Cardinal, the right-hander. If Humphreys did not pitch on the 19th, he's available. He's our candidate. Humphreys, a right-hander, and a pretty good one at that. So that's it for Dukes. My Lord. This game has just been unbelievable. I'm gonna pull goes. We'll see if Humphreys pitched on the 19th. Hang in. Humphreys for Washington. Maybe they didn't even play. They probably did. What will be, will be. I do not even see them having played. Bear with me as I cross-reference with Baseball Reference. Of course, I have it all here anyway, but they did not play on the 19th, and that means Humphreys is available. So it comes down to Bob Humphreys. The right-hander. Bob Humphreys still alive. He played parts of 9 major league seasons. So Humphreys is coming out in a very, very tight situation. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Alice Stewart, who was a CNN political commentator and conservative, which is rare for CNN, but she was sort of their tolerable conservative commentator. She died. She died yesterday. She was 58 years old. They don't see any foul play. Meanwhile, Humphreys taking his warm-ups, and boy, does he look determined here to get Jose Cardinal. Okay, let's go ahead. Humphreys has finished his warm-ups. Jose steps in the box. The winning run on third base with 2 outs, bottom of the 11th, in a 4-4 tie. Jose 1 for 4, singled, scored, walked, and scored. Here we go. Humphreys. The windup and the pitch to Cardinal. Whoa, there it goes. 2-8. Base hit. The ball game is over. A walk-off single. Eddie Leon comes home. It's 2 asteroids. We could have, ordinarily you would score 2 runs, but we only do 1 in this situation. And what a game it was. What a freaking game it was. A walk-off single. The loss goes to Dukes. It's a shame. The win goes to Hennigan. Sorry, Kathy. Jose Cardinal caught a Humphreys curve on a 2-8. Again, a right-hander. And there it was, a beautiful clutch single by Jose Cardinal, of all people, with Eddie Leon scoring the winning run. Quick wrap-up. The final in 11 innings, less than 11, 10 and 2/3. Cleveland 5, Washington 4. Humphreys allowed 1 hit, and that was it. The final line, Cleveland 5 runs, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits, no errors. Washington 4 runs, 12 hits, out hitting and losing, and 2 errors. So Washington now falls 1 game below 500. They are now 76 and 77. Thank you, Kathy. And thank you for being here. We're going to wrap this up, folks. Just to let you know, looking ahead at our schedule, see you later. Thank you, Kathy. Sending it back to you. The next game we have is the Boston Red Sox at the Detroit Tigers. Another meaningless game. There's a Gary Wagner. I'm not sure I have a card for him, but we'll look. Starting for the Sox. And Mike Kilkenny for Detroit Tigers. I don't know if I'll do that today. I have a brunch to go to with my family, and I don't know. I might do something later today. I want to thank everybody for being here in what was quite a game. I have a mind to combine this into one file, but that takes a while. And stay strong, everybody. Stay well, and I'll catch you all next time, okay?